Alright, here we are. Year 2, week 9. Get the Buccaneers. We're going to do some slider adjusting. So, apparently, this is the only sliders we need. So we're going to take everything to... We'll do 50. No, we'll do 45 on everything. Except for accuracy and interceptions, injuries. Alright, we'll go with those. We'll see how it plays. Because we're still getting the hell of interceptions. We got Keontae Sheldon. We're gonna look him up. Keontae Sheldon. You gotta be defensive, right? Is that what it said? Middle linebacker. Louisville. Alright, now we're done with quarterbacks, right? What halfbacks are we needing? Weekly strategy against Tom Brady. They don't have Tom Brady? They do have Tom Brady. Tyler Clemens. They don't really run inside a lot. They don't really run a lot. So why is it showing me him if Tom Brady's their quarterback? We'll just do short pass. Forget that. I have no idea what's going on. And defensively. They give up a lot of deep passes. So somebody's injured that's supposed to be here. Kyle Pitts. When you start working on his pass coverage. Alright, we're done with everything here. We're done with everything here. And we're done with everything here. I don't know if that's going to block it if I go a certain way. Or if I can do all of it. Alright, check our depth chart out. So what injuries do we have? This Pitts and Calhoun, but
Back in Week 6, the Buccaneers lost a thriller in their previous matchup against the Falcons. Can Atlanta finish the sweep? Find out next on Madden NFL 22.
first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final 2 bring us as we're off in Week 9? From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And not a good return here at all as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line. Tampa Bay coming out along with a man who needs no introduction, the great Tom Brady.
And what a first half of the season he's had, leading the NFL in passing yards to this point. It's been a tough man to slow down. So this defense certainly has its work cut out for him.
Brady going to fake the give to Jones and set up to throw. Open man is Howard, the tight end. And out of bounds across the 15-yard line. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. Looking to throw again on second down. Brady, and that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down. Brady now to throw. He'll let one go deep for Howard. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down. He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. High dancing past him. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. Now it's Hines. Dancing away at the 35. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Here's Hines, and he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39. Third and 2, now Ryan. He'll check this down to Hines. And he's going to have a Falcons first down. He's going to have it by plenty, able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 2. These two teams matching up for the 2nd time this year. Their first meeting back in October, week 6. It was the Falcons getting the road victory in that one, so they'll look to finish off the season sweep here in Atlanta. And he'll fight his way forward to about the 48-yard line. Well, this defense for the Bucs, they were terrific a week ago in the win over Seattle.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defensive coordinator about their performance last week because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done.
And now the ball's out, fumble near midfield, and it's picked up by the Buccaneers. There he goes, left side, and he returns it to the end zone. Full recovery touchdown for the Bucs. And that's a linebacker showing he can move pretty good with a football in his hand.
That's not just a short shuttle now. He took it and went a pretty good distance, didn't he? Did you get the 40 time on that?
I didn't, but he got 6 points out of it. I know that in a great play for that defensive unit. Extra point by Sly is up and good, and it's now a 7-0 game. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way, the fumble return for a touchdown. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. A 6-2 is their record through the first 8 weeks. Now, Charles, what is your assessment for them in the second half of the season?
Well, I think that the road gets a little bit tougher for them. And when I look at their schedule, I see some of these road games, and I know those are going to be difficult. But this is a good team, so I'm going to go with 11-5. That seems about right, and I think that'd be a nice accomplishment, too.
Throwing now, Ryan on first down. Open receiver, that's Hayden Hurst, the tight end. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down. This is Hines. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down. From the gun, it's Ryan. That's to the speedster, Olamide Zaccheaus. And he's going to have a Falcons first down, and he was able to get it by plenty. A gain of 8 on 3rd and 3. It's a gain of 8, and it'll wind up moving the chains. On first down, Hines. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. They run with Hines down to the 30 after a gain of 3. Now a stoppage, and oh boy, we've got Mayfield shaken up on the play. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3. Now Ryan. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. Terrell Basham with a big-time sack on 3rd down. It's a loss of 7.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, their quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. That was perfect. From distance, he steps up, knocks it right down Main Street.
And Main Street's celebrating right now with him, aren't they? I love the mechanics of the whole thing. Snap, hold, everything was right on target, and the blocking was perfect, and he executed so well.
Tampa Bay, they're getting ready to set up shop here for their second drive. 5-3, their record at the halfway point. And you have to imagine that there are folks saying, hey, if we do that again in the second half, we're 10-6 and we're a playoff team.
I do think, though, that they have a couple things working against them. And number one, the schedule, that's going to toughen up a bit because they've got some division games down the stretch, and those are always difficult. Number two, you know they've got to stay healthy. That's the key to getting to the playoffs and winning in the playoffs. But they've got a shot at it. This is a good football team.
Throwing now is Brady. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free. And it brings up 4th down. So on now is the Clemson man, Bradley Pinion, to punt this one away. That'll be a 41-yard punt, just 1 yard on the return. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They go play action with Ryan. Fighting to stay upright. It's a loss of 10 yards on the play. And it'll be a 2nd and long.
He's brought down back at the 16-yard line.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Ryan. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
And indeed, that's what they'll do as they run it here. And he'll take this forward only up to about the 7. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down. Here's J.K. Scott now. As his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession.
And we're in the middle part of the season where each week starts to become a little more important, and especially this.
Oh, he can't get away, and Brady will go down.
Boy, that's tough, Charles. First play of the drive, you're hoping to stay ahead of schedule. You take that huge sack, and now you're facing 2nd and a mile.
And the entire time, you were probably thinking the same thing I was. Either get rid of the ball, safely of course, or go down. The yardage he gave up on that play, that's going to be tough for them to make up.
That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. Shotgun now for Brady. This complete to Jones. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards. Back to the 33. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. It's a 46-yard punt, 2 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. It's player spotlight time, and we focus that spotlight on the quarterback. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team, and that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum down.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. Touchdown! Hayden Hurst, 82 yards. And the Falcons on just 2 plays have taken the lead.
I tell you, for a defender, that's got to be a scary sight, seeing a big man like this with a head of steam behind him as he makes that catch and then turns upfield.
Yeah, normally when you talk about tight ends, you immediately begin talking about them rumbling down the field. But to me, he was pretty well gliding downfield there. Very athletic for a big man, and he takes this one all the way to pay dirt.
And the next-gen stats show us the tale of how much yardage he was able to tack on after the catch.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Brady now on 1st down.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Brady. It's caught by Mike Evans. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First catch there for Evans. Good enough for a 1st down. To throw is Brady. Throw left side complete. That's Howard. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. A nice little gain. Brady to throw again. Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by A.J. Terrell.
Bryant will bring the Falcons up now 1st and 10 at their own 37. Here's a handoff to Hines to begin the drive. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down. On the delay, here's Hines. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call.
Oh, no.
So that one will be accepted. From the shotgun, Ryan. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him the football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are. You know, make someone miss in the open field.
It's a gain of 11, and the Falcons pick up the first.
That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. And here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that first. Complete to Zacchaeus. A gain of 6 there on first. They'll bring out 4 receivers. 3 of them being sent to the left, 1 to the right, 2nd and 4. Ryan. And his throw is going to be incomplete. Intended target on that one, Russell Gage. And it's 3rd down. Here's Ryan. He completes this to Russell Gage. And he's going to have a Falcons first down, and he was able to get it by plenty. A gain of 8 on 3rd and 3. Now it's Ryan. Throw left side, caught by the tight end, Hurst. Touchdown, Falcons! David Hurst with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Falcons push further out in front. And boy, CD, it's one thing to watch a great run, but when it's a great run with broken contact, it's like a cherry on top. That was a nice play.
Yeah, that's a run born out of ferociousness. He took on that initial contact, and in his mind just screamed, out of my way, and kept right on going and wound up turning it into a big play.
And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Brady. Oh, he can't get away, and Brady will go down. Tanner Muse in there to bury him for a loss of 11. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Open man is Jalen Darden. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion. These two teams, they met in Atlanta earlier in the year with the Falcons winning that game. So a win here in Atlanta would give them the season sweep. Throwing on first down is Brady. He completes it to Evans. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. 7 yards the pickup there. Brady gives this one off to Jones. And he got half of what he needed there, 2 yards. And it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more. And now we'll get a stoppage here. There appears to be an injured Falcon on the field. We'll check on his status when we get back. And this is going to be a Bucs first down as the tackle made at about the 43-yard line. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 43. Working from the gun, it's Brady. Completes it to Miller. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Throwing again on 2nd down. Brady on the right side. This is Miller. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Brady. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Evans. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. A gain of 4 last play. They double that here and get 8.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Again, it's Brady. Looking in zone, but it's incomplete. The line of scrimmage once again the 5 as they get ready for second and goal. Here's Brady to throw. He's got it. And in for the Buccaneers touchdown.
That's it, baby.
O.J. Howard, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bucs get a late score here, the final minute of the first half. Extra point by Sly is up and good, and the lead is down to a field goal. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
Let's go!
Matt Ryan and the Falcon offense set to get going again. And he's been good. 2 first-half touchdown passes, no interceptions so far.
Does a lot for your confidence. Does a great deal for your team. Gives them a lead, and they're feeling really good about how they're playing. I think he expects to throw at least another one.
I was going to say, now he wants the first half hat trick, doesn't he?
Oh, without a doubt. Go ahead and fling him on the field, folks. He wants that type of celebration.
Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. To throw again on second down. Ryan, this to Hines on the drop-off. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39.
Here we go. Here we go.
The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Now Ryan on first down. And that is caught. It's Ridley. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. 23 yards on the play. So a nice catch right there. And this receiving core, without their number 1 wideout, keep that in mind. He's inactive this week, though it shouldn't be a long-term absence.
And I would think, partner, that this is where an offensive coordinator believes he can solve the problem by spreading the ball around. Because anytime you lose your number 1 guy, it's obviously a blow to your offense. But there's also an opportunity to say, hey, they can't focus on trying to stop one guy. Keep spreading it around. The last part, each one of those receivers, they believe they're the number 1 guy, and they're ready to step up.
And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. A good pickup, but it will come on what should be the final play in this first half. The pass underneath. Here's Hines with it. So we're at halftime here in Atlanta with and just like that, on we head to half number 2. Thank you, sir. A field goal separates these two teams as we come back for this second half. And no run back here as the third quarter will commence with a touchback. The Falcons ready to go back to work to start the third quarter. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. And I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation to pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a third here, and it's good for a first.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. And it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Vision and speed, 2 of the attributes that you might say are important for a free safety, and we saw both in evidence there.
And I have to think that when this play began, the running back thought to himself that this looks promising, but that feeling certainly didn't last very long. Super play defensively to lock in on the best route to his target, and he stopped him for no gain.
And the next-gen stats show us the top speed there, better than 18 miles an hour. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Ryan. He'll check this down to Hines. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. It's a gain of 11, and the Falcons pick up the first. They'll run on first down. It's Hines. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. 55 rushing yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times. On first and 10, it's Ryan. To the right side and complete to Hurst. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. The catch and run there, good for 16 in the first. Here's Ryan to throw. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. Big Vita Vea pushing his way through to wind up with a sack. After the sack on first down, Ryan looking for the end zone. And this is caught for a Falcon touchdown. Hayden Hurst, 29 yards. And the Falcons will extend their lead. That seemed pretty ideal there for the offense, Charles. You take a little bit of time off the clock here in the third quarter, decent length drive, and you pad your lead as well at the end of it.
And what it does is let you feel like you're in control of this game, even more so than a 2-touchdown lead, right? Because you have taken that time off, as you noted, which means they couldn't get you off the field. You ran your playbook the way you wanted to, and you gave your defense some rest. What a big-time drive in that situation.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
On first down, they go back to Vaughn again. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
That was a good run, and it got to the second level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. First level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But if the strong safety position ended up making the tackle, and oftentimes we call them a hybrid. Combination defensive back, combination linebacker. We saw the linebacker make the stop.
4 yards the pickup, first down. Now Brady. To the right side, complete to Miller. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. It's a gain of 11, and the Bucs have a first down. Brady gives this one to Vaughn. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. A gain of 3, second down.
That's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It's only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
He'll take a shot for the end zone, and he's got it. Caught in the end zone, touchdown, Tampa Bay. We keep waiting year after year to see signs of Tom Brady's arm strength deteriorating, but his message there, keep waiting.
And as that ball was hanging in the air with the receiver streaking downfield to meet it, here in the stadium, you could just sense the crowd thinking, oh no! And their worst fears won't realize as that one turned into a long touchdown.
And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. And here now come the Falcons. Pretty important third quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. They begin the drive with Hines, and not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Play action. It's Ryan. And he can't escape the pressure. Ryan goes down. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest ones, maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
So the sack pushes him back, and now 3rd and long for Ryan and the Falcons. Out of the gun, it's Ryan. That's the tight end, Hurst, with it. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
That's certainly playing down and distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
Here's J.K. Scott now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Fair catch called for and made at about the 32-yard line. 36 yards on the punt with no return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. And I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. If they want to be methodical, or they want to take the big strike and go after it right now.
Staying on the ground with Vaughn. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. Ready to throw on 3rd and 1. And this is caught by Evans. And he is going to have the Buccaneers first down, and comfortably so, as he gets 5 there on 3rd and a yard. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
On 1st and 10, here's Brady. They'll get this to Vaughn underneath. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9. It's a gain of 9 yards. And it'll be 2nd and about a yard. On play action, now Brady. Got a man complete to Miller. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 24-yard line. Back now here on EA Sports. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. That throw by Brady incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. Brady to throw again. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
Going for it all. And that will be incomplete. They weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. And this one is right through. And in the 4th quarter, this game is tied. Well, he was a spectator for much of this game. This is his first field goal opportunity of the entire contest, but he's able to connect.
Yeah, he had a pretty good seat to this one, didn't he? But let's face it, all kickers that you and I know, they want to contribute. They want their opportunity, and he seized his.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And we essentially have a brand new ball game. After that last field goal has tied us all up, we brace for what should be an exciting rest of this 4th quarter. And now the drive starts with a completion out to the right. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down.
Remember on their last drive, they had that pass play for a touchdown, and here they come out firing again. This play's not quite as good in the end result, but still good enough for a quick first down.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. On first down, Hines. And the hole closes quickly. He gets it across the 35 to the 36-yard line. There to make the tackle, Samson Abukum. From the 36, Ryan. And his throw's going to be incomplete. The surprise second-round pick, Sean Bunting, there to get a hand in. On third down, Ryan. That's complete to Hines out of the backfield. And a nice job there defensively. They get him to the ground short of the first, right around the 42.
A short game that doesn't get them the first down brings up a fourth down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. Here's J.K. Scott now as he's on to punt for Atlanta. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Excellent job by their defense to force the punt and provide them with this opportunity, all tied in the fourth quarter. There's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. Working from the gun, it's Brady. And a catch right side by Evans. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. 3 yards the gain there, second down. Throwing now is Brady.
He'll get this one complete to Darden.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 50 catches for him now on the year, and he's got a first down. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage, and tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
Brady's throw there complete. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
That's tough to play zone defense when they can just curl up right there in front of you.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we talk about finding the soft spot. Defensively, how do you make sure they don't find a soft spot like they did there?
Tough to do because what they...
And this is going to be intercepted.
Picked up by Richie Grant.
And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line.
We say it often, Charles, but not all interceptions are created equally, and that is a big one here in a tie ball game in the fourth quarter.
And, Brandon, when games are this close, it usually comes down to the team making the fewest mistakes. And that was one of our mantras back in Tennessee. Coach Major used to say all the time, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. You've got to cut those down to give yourself an opportunity.
Ryan and the Falcons now come up 1st and 10 right at the 30. And they'll start on the ground with Hines. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
On 3rd down, it's Hines, and they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down.
So many things go into making a good play on defense. In this situation, just not being blown out of the way was a big start, and then a nice tackle to finish things off.
Here's J.K. Scott now. He's been terrific so far. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback. Now the Buccaneers offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Now a throw here to his running back. It's a gain of 5, and that'll make it second down. Brady going to throw. He completes it to Evans. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Brady to Evans that time. First down, Tampa. To throw, it's Brady. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by A.J. Terrell.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. They've got a second down now as they search for a score to break this tie. On second down, right back to Hines. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down. Ryan to throw. Throw right side, caught by Ridley. And they'll get him down at about the 37, well short of the 1st. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. What a tough spot to miss a kick. Just an absolute letdown.
Look, they got themselves in the field goal range, gave them a chance to take the lead. They come up empty, and now you wonder, will their offense ever see the football again?
Yeah, because on the other side, one through the post, and this thing could be over. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the 1st. Back to throw, Brady. He'll check this one down to Vaughn. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. 3 yards the gain there, second down. Here's a handoff to Vaughn. And he's got room. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
We got this.
The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. They'll run here with Vaughn. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. Falcons going to use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with just 70 seconds left to go in the game. Vaughn on 1st and 10. And this carry terminated at the 8-yard line. Good stick skill showing the power, but just not much room to operate. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Vaughn on the handoff. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4. Now, what's the thinking here? Because a touchdown would be nice, but you've ensured yourself a chance at 3 in the lead, so how worried are you about the 6?
You're not very worried about if you're confident in your kicker. And if you got a kicker who can put it through the post, you feel really good about trying to bleed that clock down. In an ideal scenario, your kicker puts it through the post as the clock hits zeros.
Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down. And his kick is good. And they have taken the lead here in the 4th quarter. So fire the cannons. It's a victory here for Tampa Bay. And they were really helped by their defense forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was
Let's
keeping
see.
people
What
down,
a
slowing
bad
down their
game.
yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the air and gain a lot of.
We have a
But
pitch.
now,
They did.
it's
They
about taking
proved
the ball
it.
away, taking away possessions, getting the ball back
Not
for their
run,
offense.
only
They had 3
passes.
takeaways in this one, and it led them to victory.
That's the issue.
So for Tampa Bay, the win will help them keep pace in the playoff race as they move to 6-3 on the year. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Arizona to take on the Cardinals. Meanwhile, for Atlanta,
But is this little tag thing here before you do it? What tag?
Nice. And with that, we go to the next week. Alright, back here, week 10. A few more settings to adjust. Try that. See how that works. Right, I'm Haydenhurst. Alright, we got So I forgot to set my strategy goals. I forgot. We don't need him running outside the pocket. Man, they got a good defense. Let's counter the blitz. More upgrades. Let's go Marlin. Nice. I think I am going to turn injuries down just a tad. Alrighty. Here we go.
It's Madden NFL 22.
Set to go. Young Wei Koo ready to do the honors. And we are underway in the final game of a busy Sunday. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Seattle's first go on offense forthcoming, and under center, of course, Russell Wilson.
And similar to his nickname, Russell Wilson has a dangerous mix of skills, the ability to throw from the pocket and extend plays and throw on the run. Not to mention an absolute winner. Usually has his team in the playoffs competing for Super Bowl opportunities.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. The numbers for Adams in last week's game. 6 catches, 55 yards.
And I get the feeling that he loves this matchup. I mean, the unit he's going against is in the bottom half of the league against the pass. He had to have circled this one on the schedule and said to himself, this should be a big game.
Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. And Charles, despite this list of key inactives that we see here, they've obviously still been pretty successful.
Give everyone credit for this one, because to me, when that happens, key guys are out, the next man steps up and plays well, but that starts with the organization itself, all the way through. No excuses for guys being out, finding guys who are capable backups who can step up and play when they need them, and we've seen the results of that. This team knows how to work through things. As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Atlanta takes the field. Their offensive leader, of course, Matt Ryan, the former Boston College Eagle.
If you just break it down in individual terms, he played really well last week. 0 interceptions, 3 touchdown passes. Not a whole lot more he could have done to win that game. But you know something that's funny, when we talked to him, all he focused on were throws he missed, other opportunities that didn't get done.
Good sign of a leader.
Great sign of a leader, because they didn't win, and that's all he cares about.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Now it's Ryan. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. From the shotgun, Ryan to the right side and complete to Hurst. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down.
There's an example of good situational football being played by a defense. They understood what the 3rd down play was, the down and distance, and made sure that they didn't get anywhere near that, bringing up 4th down.
Yeah, they were sniffing out that marker, didn't want to let him get close to there, and now a likely 3 and out to start.
Yeah, I love the way they rallied to the football and got to him and made sure they didn't give up much run after catch.
So possession goes over here on the punt, and it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. They begin with a run by Smith. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. They went 3 and out on their first drive. Things already looking better here. 1st and 10. Wilson. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. He was trying to get that to Colby Parkinson. That'll bring up 2nd down, and incomplete.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL, so when they're that high power, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace. One of my old teammates called me the other day when he was watching the game. He's like, man, trying to watch an NFL game and trying to account for their passing game, that's difficult. And just when you think you get everything covered, here comes a back out of the backfield. And in this case, he picks up the 1st down.
From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 38. Takes this to the 32, maybe the 31, and then the defense rallying quickly after that broken tackle. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. Staying on the ground, this time it's Smith. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. On 3rd and 1, Wilson. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38.
Partner, you know what I'm going to say before I even say it.
Yeah, you just cannot take a sack in that spot.
You're exactly right. You can't take a sack in that spot. Potentially now, a 3-point swing right there.
And this won't get there. Won't be online either. It's no good. Off to the right, and this will remain a scoreless game. A 55-yard attempt, normally you'd say well within his range. A little surprised he came up short.
And he knew it immediately, didn't he? They are so calibrated, aren't they? They can tell the touch, the feel. When they put the foot to the ball, whether it's going to be good or not, he knew immediately he didn't have that one.
They'll run on 1st down. Hines, and taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Right off the bat, it's a 1st down to start the drive, 12 yards. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It can be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
10 yards there and a 1st down for the Falcons.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and putting the defense back on its heels.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Gonna give this time to the tailback. And he'll get this down to about the 30, 31-yard line. The numbers for him from a week ago, 19 carries, 54 yards.
I can't remember the last time we did a game and a coach didn't talk about establishing the run first. But they've lost 2 straight games, so they still want to do that, but they've got to have some contingencies, some other options. Expect them maybe to throw it a little bit to open up things and maybe run it a little bit more later in the game.
He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone and unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. And his kick is good. And the Falcons are out to a 3-0 advantage. So a good kick there, and they put the bow tie on it with 3 points.
And let's face it, everybody wants a touchdown. We know that. But in the NFL, defenses are awfully good. You're not going to score each and every time. Be able to knock the ball through the post and take the throw.
By the way, I said bow tie. I meant just bow.
Either
not
way.
the tie, but yeah.
Either way.
You got it.
I just went right past it.
And it'll be a touchback as Tyler Lockett says, I'm not going to return this one. And we will get another look at Seattle's offense. They currently sit 1 game over 500 thanks to their victory a week ago. Yeah, Charles, they've been really an up-and-down team all year. Do you think that they have enough to get into the playoffs?
Well, you did mention they've been up and down all year, so to me, it depends on what week you catch them. When they're at their best, I think they're definitely playoff worthy. But to me, they haven't been able to bring the intensity week in and week out, and that could be their Achilles heel.
From the 30 on 2nd down, Wilson, and that's complete to Adams. That one a 1st down pickup of 8. From the gun, it's Wilson. And it's complete to Adams. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A big pickup of 38.
That's a real nice job right there, working the middle of the field, working against those safeties. And you know, partner, if you get your hips turned the wrong way, big plays can result.
And a big play resulted right there. A 1st down carry for Smith. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage.
Grady Jarrett with the tackle. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. They'll try the right side here with Smith. 10 yards and a Seattle first down.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
An inaugural trip to the red zone here for the Seahawks. They have a 1st and 10 at the 13-yard line.
Let's go! Let's go!
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down. And he's got his man on the out route. And down inside the 10 here before he's out of bounds right around the 7. A gain of 6 there on 1st. On 2nd down, it's Smith. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And inside the 5 here before he's out of bounds right at the 3. And they got 3 yards. That's enough. A conversion, and now it's 1st and goal. Smith. Able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop it right around the 1. 2nd and goal from the 1. From the shotgun, Wilson. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. So it's 3rd and goal, and now the question, can this Falcon defense stand tall once more? Trying to punch it in with Smith, and he will take this one in for the Seattle touchdown. A great effort there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks have taken the lead. Gold with the extra point, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. A pretty long drive that time, 11 plays all told. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. They go over the middle, and it's complete to start the drive. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a 1st down. Now it's Hines. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
This defense has really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense going to have to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
Second and 11 now. Out of the gun, it's Ryan. Puts it on the carpet, it's out, and the Seahawks have picked it up. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. Obviously, you got to hold on to the football, but I've got to give credit to the defense there. Good job of knocking it free.
Yeah, because a lot of the time we just blame the offensive players for not taking care of it. How about the effort of the defensive players knowing that guys are going to, and if they're good, anticipate the contact coming and try and cover up the football. And they still find ways to knock it free.
They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. Now Wilson. He'll have a 1st down inside the 10. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. Here we go now with Smith.
And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. A great play there with his second touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Seahawks find a way to stretch their lead. So his strong first half continues as he finds the end zone here for the second time.
And definitely good blocking at the point of attack. And you just have to love watching the way he can create space down near the goal line. And he's able to take it into the end zone.
Taking it about the 1. And he will make it back to the 15, and that's it. Good coverage there by the kick team. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. Ryan. That's to the speedster, Olamide Zaccheaus. And he is going to have a Falcons first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive. Play action. Ryan. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down. To throw again on 2nd down. Ryan. Man open, that's Calvin Ridley. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 13 yards on his first catch. It's a first down as well. They'll try the left side. It's Hines. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Now Ryan. He's got Mason complete. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. From midfield now, here's Ryan. And he's got a man, Calvin Ridley. And he's going to have a Falcons first down as they're able to convert on 3rd and short yardage with a gain of 4. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues. On first down, Hines. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. On 2nd down, right back to Hines. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete. Intended target on that one, Russell Gage. And now it's 2nd down. From the gun, it's Ryan. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Falcons. Russell Gage, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Falcons draw a bit closer. Well, he's been doing this for more than a decade now, showing that he's still got that arm strength from back when he was the #1 overall pick.
And I'm telling you, nothing will let up the crowd more than a play like that. Here in the stadium, all eyes were on the receiver streaking downfield, and you know everyone was thinking, throw it, he's open. What a connection there for the touchdown.
Yeah, the next-gen stats showing that at an even 57 yards through the air. Out comes Devontae Adams in the offense for their next drive. And he's been pretty good under the lights here tonight, hasn't he, partner?
He certainly has, and I applaud him for that because...
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And you know, it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in first place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
And are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the #1 goal? Make the playoffs. #2?
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. To try again after the sack. Wilson. It's caught here by Adams. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Now Wilson. And he will find his man on the end route. Complete. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. They'll run for it with Smith. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the first down as he's tackled at the 1. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out. And this will be caught by Metcalf for a Seahawk touchdown. DK Metcalf, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further.
Partner, to me, that touchdown had something that was kind of rooted in that group seeing the future. And what I mean by that is they had a plan. Let's find a way to score right here before the half. And that'll give us momentum going into the second half. Give us that cushion that we're looking for. They got that accomplished, scoring right before the half ended.
Gold able to tack on the extra point, and that makes it a 21-10 game. A drive that time of 6 plays, and it all culminates with a Seattle score. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. And the Falcons going to get one more drive here in this first half. And they've got less than 30 seconds to go here, so not a lot of time to work with. A little under 30 seconds to go. We'll see how they play it here on 1st and 10. Ryan. That's the tight end Hurst with it. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Here's Ryan. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Here's Ryan to throw. And he can't escape the pressure. Ryan goes down. Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. 46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. A 40-yard punt, no return. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman. Due to time constraints, we move you forward in today's broadcast to the beginning of the 3rd quarter. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. Ryan will bring the Falcons up now 1st and 10 at their own 21. Here's a handoff to Hines to begin the drive. Pretty nice move, but not a ton of space there. They stop him shy of the 25. 2nd down at 7. And now we'll get a stoppage here. There appears to be an injured Falcon on the field. On 2nd down, right back to Hines.
Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. And he'll be out right at the 35. 47 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's Hines. He'll get about 4 as he's past the 35 to the 38-yard line.
Oh, yeah.
Now a stoppage, and oh boy, we've got Mayfield shaken up on the play. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. Now a 2nd down and 6. This is Hines. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a 3rd and about 4 for a first. Now Ryan. Zacchaeus here hauling it in. And he is going to have a Falcons first down by about a yard as they find a way to convert there on 3rd down and 5. Just his 2nd catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. They'll run on 1st down. It's Hines. And it's out. He put it on the carpet. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line. On 1st down, it's Smith. Able to push forward for about 4 down to the 37. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Wilson. Incomplete.
But listen, when you've got the lead, there's absolutely no sense trying to fit a ball in where you shouldn't. You can see the coaching in his head taking place on that play because he saw he had a receiver in the area. He just put it well over his head out of harm's way.
And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th.
That's a nice clip and save sequence there defensively because they did everything as they would have wanted to. They forced the 3rd down, blanketed the field with coverage, nowhere to go with the football, forced the dump off to the back, and even then they closed quickly and got him down behind the line of scrimmage. You name it, they did it well in that last sequence.
And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
Like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. They run with Hines. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now it's Ryan. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down. On is the punter Scott here as he gets this one away. A 41-yard punt there with no return. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. And he's found the end zone twice, and now I'm guessing he's thinking, hey, let's find it 3 times.
And you got to figure from the defensive perspective, how has he gotten there twice? What are we going to do to keep him out for a 3rd time? How do we tighten things down? Because he and his offensive mates, they are really in sync right now.
And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Now it's Wilson. To the right side and complete to Metcalf. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. Wilson to Metcalf that time. 1st down, Seattle. Throwing is Wilson. That's complete to Disley, the tight end. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Looking to throw again on second down. Wilson. It's caught on the right side at Smith. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. Give him 3 on the play, and that's going to lead to a third down. Here's Wilson to throw. Flush to his right. And smartly going into the slide there, Wilson has enough for the first. When in doubt, do it yourself as he keeps it for 3 and a first down. From the gun, it's Wilson. And that is incomplete here. 2nd and 10. Here's Wilson. He lets it fly from Lockett. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. Well, they're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. On 3rd down, Hines. And he's going to have the first down as he's marked down just shy of the 20. Well, after an interception, last thing you want to do is go 3 and out and give the ball right back. They avoided that.
Yeah, you definitely do not want to do that. I remember in college I played with a really big-time player on defense. We ended up getting an interception as we passed the offense coming out. He told him, if you don't take care of this football, you have to answer to me later. You definitely want to take care of it and pick up first downs.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Now they'll throw it with Ryan. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A gain there of 30 big ones. They'll run on first down. It's Hines, and he is going to lose yardage here. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. They'll try and set up the screen to Hines. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. One quarter remains here on a Sunday night. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports. It's the Falcons. They'll have the football, but trailing on the scoreboard as we get set to begin the 4th.
54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Watch the curve. Watch the curve.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And this is incomplete. Oh, he looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. Now it appears we're going to get whistles and a stop, a man down on the return. We'll check on his status when we get back. Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 26. He'll begin with a handoff to Smith. He takes this for 3 to the 29. 2nd and 6. No, scratch that. 2nd and 7.
Charles, you'd said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms of points scored. They've had their moments, but this offense just a little too good, isn't it?
They really are, because no matter what you do to make an adjustment on defense, they've had an answer for it.
Looking deep for Adams. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in. And here's Dixon to punt now as he gets this one away. The Falcons offense set to go. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. Throwing now, Ryan on 1st down. This is complete to Hawkins. That catch good for only a couple. 2nd and 8. Here's Ryan. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd. On 3rd down, Ryan. Airing it out, looking for Ridley. And that's caught inside the 35. And he's going to have a Falcons 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Now, he came into this game within shouting distance of Dan Marino at 61,361 career yards. And with that last play, Charles, he just went past Dan Marino.
I'm struggling over here. And the only reason is when you hear about him passing a Dan Marino,
A legend.
makes you step back and really take stock of his career. And you realize it's not just about the numbers. It's about the accomplishments. It's about the play. How great has his career been to pass Dan Marino's? I'd say pretty darn great.
A gain of 6 there on 1st. Again, Ryan. He'll check this down to Hines. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19.
Right there.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
56 to Mike, boys. 56. Check 56.
From the shotgun, Ryan. Complete to Zacchaeus. And the Falcons are going to have a 1st and goal as he's taken down at about the 8-yard line. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
Come on, QB, come on.
Ryan. And it's caught.
Well, this has certainly been a nice drive with the way they've spread the football around. Here, they even get the fullback involved in the passing game. That's got to cause a lot of consternation on the defensive side. You've got to cover him, too. That makes things really difficult.
It goes as a loss of 6. And now 3rd down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
On 3rd and goal, Ryan. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Sidney Jones.
Way to hustle, boy.
Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at the 20. After the interception, here's Wilson. Short throw to Disley. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4. Handoff, running left, Smith. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them. trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And they pick up the first down there with a gain of 4. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. That one good for 14 and a Seahawk first.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Wilson will try and run it. It'll be a pickup of 5 on the keeper. It's 2nd down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line.
Come on now.
And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. This is Smith. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. On 2nd down, here's Smith. Falcons going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. A give to Smith out of the gun. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down. Now here's Michael Dixon as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. And they won't risk defending a return here. That one's out of bounds, and it'll be spotted at the 14-yard line. So Ryan and the Falcons down 21-10, 1:06 to play. And they're in danger of a 3rd straight loss as they come up on 1st and 10. Try to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Pass complete to Hines. And they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line. That catch good for only a couple. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is incomplete. It looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Out of the gun, it's Ryan. Pass complete, Hurst. And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out. A gain of 22. And now it appears that the referee's been buzzed, and we'll get a review. And this being inside 2 minutes of play, everything coming from up above.
Get ready. Get ready.
So the folks in New York just going to wind up confirming what the official saw as this play will stand.
Wow. Now we need an onside kick. Onside kick or bust.
Here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter. Well, he's been doing this for a lot of years, fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out, and the Seahawks have recovered.
It don't matter if it's on the onside kick.
There to get the 2-point conversion sort of leaves the door at least a little bit more ajar.
It puts the onus now
Oh,
on
we
the
got it.
team and the defense to make sure
Wow.
big play that puts them in position to lose.
Wow.
This kickoff, got to be careful. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. 1 possession game. Time very much a factor.
No, I thought it was
This situation.
Well, may get one more play off.
Be somewhat relaxed, and I know that's counterintuitive because this is a pressure situation. But this is Friday practice.
Oh, we got one time for one more.
You go over this situation.
He's getting glad it was complete though.
Limited timeouts. Gotta get out of bounds and keep the drive going.
This game is just not scripted for in-game situations.
You can't just lay back and let them do whatever they want. So it is a cat and mouse.
Kind of got rid of it. Yeah, don't get rid of it.
And the offense will get the ball back and be touchdown.
This game is not scripted for in-game situations.
Well, Charles, a pretty exhilarating finish to the end.
It wasn't bad. One
Game
pick
at the
apiece.
end, the Hail
Pretty
Mary
average.
prayers, though they went unanswered. Could have won it, but couldn't get it done.
Almost felt schoolyard or playground, didn't it? Yeah, you remember when you called that play? Everybody just go long and try and find someone open. They gave it a shot, but unable to successfully complete it.
2-3 drops. I mean, they have 3 drops apiece.
So for the Seahawks, it's an important
Oh,
win
yeah,
in terms of
Devontae Adams.
staying in the postseason race as they move to 6-4. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for the Falcons, it's a bit of a setback as they drop to 6-4 now. And they'll look to get back on track next week as they travel to Denver.
All right. Well, I think that was pretty decent gameplay. Pretty decent. We'll keep with it for another week or two. He is so pissed. Now we got the Broncos up next.
Joey, I might convince you these.